Good morning, afternoon, and evening, whenever and wherever you are. I'm Hummus28. Today I'm giving you a look at Prismata. Now, the version I'm currently looking at is the Prismata Alpha that I was invited to about a week and a half ago from the time this video is going to go up, maybe at least 2 weeks. But let me explain what Prismata is. Prismata is a real-time strategy card game without deck building, is how I would begin to describe this game to you. But enough of the semantics, let's jump right into it and see what this game has to offer. First off, we're going to take a look at the single player content available for people that aren't really looking for that competitive feeling. You know, they don't have that competitive drive, that nature, and they're just looking for a fun time sink with a somewhat interesting story. At the time of this, basically the alpha, they do only have episode 1, which comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different missions. I've yet to unlock episode 9, but like episode 1, so mission 9, because this is an expert mission, which you get by unlocking these expert medals throughout these previous levels. There is a combat training which teaches you everything you need to know about the ins and outs of this game. As you can see, I have completed the first 18, which comprises of tier 1 and 2, along with 5 of tier 3. These tiers are very simple to pick up, and they're there to nudge you in the right direction about what you need to do to win and strategize when it comes to online gameplay, fighting against the AI, the computer. But for now, let's look at the campaign. And this will really show us how much depth and strategy there is. So as you can see, this is a cutscene. You click through it. You can actually, I think, hold space. Yeah, you can toggle through space. So if you just want to skip it, you can just hold down space. I don't want to spoil too much of the story for anyone that wants to play it themselves, so I'm just going to hold space and skip through it very quickly. And here we are. This is what the last mission available before unlocking that expert one is. And this is how the game looks. So you play on this field here. You are on the blue side. There is a red side. This pink square is actually quite nice. You go into your option setting, you go into streaming options, you can actually enable this yourself. It's very nice. It lets you essentially, if you put bottom cam, if you notice the picture here, so if you put top cam at least, you see that it actually moves the cards. It's very nice if you want to ever stream this game with a webcam, because essentially that pink box that was there, cards will never enter that space. It will actually reformat all the cards on the field, but stays true to the nature of the game. It doesn't make cards overlap too heavily. Let's see exactly how this game plays. In this mission at least, you have 4 resources available to you. At the start of any match, you're always going to have 2 energy given you by these engineer cards. With the text at the start of turn, gain an energy. Energy, Replicase, and Bohemium, or these 3 here, are discarded at the end of your turn. So if you want to be efficient, you have to make sure you're using those as you get them each turn. You don't want them to go to waste. So as you saw me do there, by clicking on these drones, I gain 1 gold. I have 8, so I gain 8, and you can see that you click to gain 1 gold. That's how many of these cards work. Their effects are click based if you want to activate it, kind of like tapping a card in Magic the Gathering. Before a card can do anything, you have to tap. And that's essentially what you're doing here. Now, the mission objective on the top right tells me to destroy all enemy units, which comprise of these 3 structures and these 4 shield modules, which are blockers. Now, blockers, as denoted by the top portion of the pop-up right there, means that they are available to use to block incoming attacks, which I'll show you in a moment. So in order to advance this a bit more, you're going to need to build your economy pretty early, just by selecting cards up here. You can use mouse, but as you can see, each card does have a key command. So if you want to just choose drones, you do D, or engineers with E, like so. You can also cancel anything you buy by clicking it again. And in order to beat this, we're going to have to build an economy very quickly that will allow us to buy offensive units in order to defeat his cards. So seeing as I've bought 2 drones and I can buy an engineer, but I won't, you'll see why in a bit, we're just going to end our turn. As you can see, these structures have a time limit on them, as shown by here. That means that these cards will become active at the time of that depletion. As you can see, these structures all have a start of turn command, which is construct a shield, module, wall, or module forge, so one of 3. Just for the campaign, it has these communications there. It's just like extra bits of story that you can skip through. This is the helpful AI tutorial bot that helps you learn the mechanics, because as you could see, on each of these cards, there's actually a small dot, well, in the case of the card like a drone, or these larger dots, rectangles probably, if you'd like to call them that denote how many of those you can build. So by tapping all my drones, you could see I can buy more drones for 3 gold, but the maximum you can ever buy is hard capped to 5 times 4, so 20 drones is the most you can ever buy. Now, in order to get my economy a lot stronger, I probably want to buy a gilded drone, but I only have 2 energy. This requires 3. So something that's neat in the campaign is that you can actually go back a turn. You can remove your actions that you did, like that. Now we're on the previous turn, and now I can buy another engineer. The tutorial stuff does show back up again. So now that I've done that, I can tap all my drones and buy a gilded drone. This gilded drone costs 4 gold and 3 energy, but gives me 2 energy per turn. It does not have to be tapped, unlike these normal drones. Now, in order to actually start building up an attack, I should probably build this animus here. This is a basically resource generator token. At the start of my turn, it's going to give me 2 more repliques, which you're going to use to buy units that need repliques. So tap. If I end my turn, those are all going to build something, so I need units up now. So I can build another gilded drone that's going to let me increase my economy further, which is always good, and I'll buy 2 Tarsiers. These Tarsiers are very efficient units with a build time of 2 turns. All cards take at minimum 1 build time, except for some blockers like the wall, which has prompt. It blocks immediately, which means it doesn't have a build time necessarily, but it also doesn't attack, so the build time doesn't really matter per se. So we're going to end our turn. As you see, all the structures have come online and they're building. The structure built a wall. This is a 3 health blocking unit. You have to pay attention to the amount of health these units have, and a 1 attack gun bot. Now, the gun bot is quite scary right now because I don't have anything to block with apart from my engineers. So buy a new drone, buy a new gilded drone, and I'm going to invest in a blast forge and 1 more Tarsier. Now, when you're under attack, the amount that you're getting attacked for will always be shown here and big and highlighted here. So 1, and I have to assign my defense. So as you can see, the total health of all your defenders is right here, which is denoted by the total HP, the summation of all cards that can block. So engineers can block, you tap that engineer to block, and it's going to die. The gunbot will live and you lose that card. So I tap again. So now there are 2 units that are going to attack for a total attack potential of 2. The reason it's a potential is because, not this card in particular, but a card that can attack but requires it to be tapped means that the potential they have goes down because they can't contribute that unit's health anymore to defense. So with 2 engineers, I can't buy another gilded drone, but with a blast forge producing Bohemium, I can build a wall. So since their total potential is only 2 and I can block with 3, I don't have to worry about that, and I can buy 2 more Tarsiers and another drone. So they're attacking with 2, and this brings up an interesting mechanic. Units with this blue HP bar here will absorb the damage and not die. So as you can see, it took 2, but it didn't go down to 1. It stayed at 3. It absorbs the damage and goes back up to the maximum it has. So let's see. we do need to destroy everything, which is going to be quite difficult, because as I showed you, this wall does need, it needs 3 damage specifically to die, but since he has a lot of these 1 health ones, the AI is going to block as much as it can with these 1 health ones in order to ensure that this larger wall won't die, which means I have to break through all of these before I can even touch anything behind him. Now, in order to build some more attack, we're going to need some more replicates here to buy these Shadow Fangs, so you're going to pick up another Animus, 2 more drones, and let's buy, they still only have 2, so I can buy a Steel Splitter. This is like a wall, except it has 1 attack if I choose to tap with it. So as you can see, it put 1 attack into the shield module and 2 into the wall. It's still attacking with 2, so I can block it with the wall. So as I said, I can either leave this and my total defense goes to 8, but if I tap, it goes to 5, but I gain that 1 attack. If I attack with 6, he's going to probably throw 1 at here, leaving me at 3, 1 there, and 1 there, which is pretty good. I need to break these bigger walls down, and that lets me buy a Shadow Fang. Shadow Fang has 2 attack at the start of your turn, which is a lot stronger than the 1 attack of these Tarsiers, for a much more efficient cost. We're going to buy 2 more of those, and another Tarsier. These Tarsiers are very efficient when compared to something like the Steel Splitter, but they're balanced in that they require 2 turns to build. So as I said, it put 3 into the wall, 1 into the smaller one, rest there. So now I'm getting attacked with 4. In order to block this efficiently, I have to sacrifice 2 engineers to bring it down to 2 and block with the wall to absorb the 1. So now his total attack potential is 6. I have 21 defense, but I need to tap these drones, which means I'm left with 6 total. Now, if I choose to attack with this, they will breach my defenses, which means I cannot tap with that one. But what I can do is buy another wall to bring up the total health of my defenders, another Shadow Fang. You can buy more blockers, but you're spending 2 for 1 HP, which is not very efficient. Let's buy another Tarsier here and go to 8 with my attack. This does mean they're going to breach my defenses, but it's not too bad. I'm going to lose 2 walls, but I should be able to crack through them quite nicely. They're going to have 1 wall left. Okay, so my entire defense has been breached, but now you can see my end turn button now says Overrun Defenders. When your total attack is greater than the total health of all enemy defenders, you're given the option of what you're going to attack. I'm going to tap all my drones so I can buy more. I can only buy 1 wall, but that's fine. Another Tarsier. And we're going to buy another Blast Forge. That will allow us to build 2 walls a turn. Let's see, since they're already going to breach my defense, this 3 health won't matter. Let's go to 11, overrun the defenders, and now this is where part of the strategy comes in, at least in the campaign. You're going to have to choose what you're going to destroy in terms of what needs to go down first. So something like the Gunbot Forge, which constructs a gunbot every turn, something very dangerous. These Giga Fragments don't do anything by themselves, but if you look here, 6 of them merge to form a Giga Gunbot, which means you should probably destroy 1 of those. And with these 4, you now have to determine what you're going to do. So you could throw 3 at a single tough Gunbot to remove 1 total DPS, or you could throw 4 at these Gunbots to remove 4, which leaves their total attack potential to 3, matching my wall, and they won't breach my defenses. So now their attack potential is still at 6. I can buy 2 walls, another Shadow Fang, another Tarsier, and we're going to pocket that 3. Now because I have 2 walls matching them, I can use the Steel Splitter to aid in my attack. Now we have 9 total, another one towards that Giga Fragment. Attack these Gunbots along with the Forge. And now that we have this advantage, it's becoming quite easy to beat this mission. So as you can see, they only had 2 attack potential, which means 1 wall was enough to stop them. And I can focus more on building an economy. I'm bringing up 2 more engineers, building a Shadow Fang, another Tarsier, another steel splitter, and one more engineer since I have the money for it. Incoming communication, gonna ignore that. Overrun the defenders once again. Another Giga Fragment to get rid of the Giga Gunbot. Kill another Gunbot Forge. That's gonna remove the total DPS they can gain a turn. Kill a Gunbot, kill these tough Gunbots. And now they're left with nothing that can attack. Build that. Build another Gilded Drone. Go 2 more so we can build 3 drones, so we can build 5 drones a turn, capping out our economy. Build another wall even though we don't need it. Take out that the Giga Fragment. Attack those module forges. Attack the Gunbot Forge. And let's get rid of those. Finish this off. Buy some more drones, even though we really don't need it. I think this is enough damage to just end the mission right here. Oh, we're off by 1. Buy as much as we can. Caution, drone supplies running low. It does tell you, because you are running on a finite amount of stuff you can buy, but that is the end of the mission. Now, it did look kind of easy the way I did it. Gonna skip the story here. It did look pretty easy for me playing it, but that is probably my 4th time beating that mission, so I'm pretty good in my head about what strategy you needed to do in order to win. I did lose the first time I tried it because I quite frankly underestimated what it takes. And that's a quick look at the campaign. The combat training is essentially the same thing as the campaign, but breaking down key learning points into specific lessons that are more like a puzzle. So as you can see here, this one is all about using walls effectively by always absorbing 2 damage with them. You have a mere amount, but the computer is not going to block as effectively as you can. There's missions like that. Going into the higher tiered missions like the expert scenarios, they bring up more advanced ideas like what are you going to do when you skip your entire defense? Introducing chill, that's a mechanic that I haven't seen yet in the single player, but as you can see, chill is a mechanic that adds 1 chill and units can't block if their chill exceeds or equals their health. I can't really say too much about that mechanic because I haven't really played with it that much, especially in the multiplayer. And speaking of the multiplayer, that's going to lead into the next topic, the casual and ranked online mode. It's accessed through the battle tab. This is going to provide quite a lot of longevity to many players that are looking to get better at the game. So as you can see, there is quick play, casual match, ranked play, versus computer, versus friend. The leaderboard that shows who is the highest rating, so like who's challenger 1, and learn. Player guide's not actually out yet. So quick play, this is usually against a bot. The advanced settings just take you to versus computer where you can more tweak the settings to what you want to do. You can change the personality of the robot, who goes first, what's the time limit of the match, of each turn, so bullet 6 seconds. The blueprint set, there is a standard set of cards that you get every single match, along with a randomized pool that really adds a level of skill and adaptability in the game. You have to figure out what's the best strategy based on those random cards. And something that's quite interesting that I noticed, I can't beat the Master Bot. You earn rewards if you can beat the Master Bot at least once per turn. I mean, per turn. So, you beat it once, you get a daily reward to a maximum of 3. I've yet to beat the Master Bot. I've slowly worked my way up into the basic bot. I can't beat anything above it, especially the Master Bot. These two, this Deep Think, they're really smart. They know what they're doing. They know how to destroy you, and their strategies are just way above mine. The only way I've gotten a bit better at the Adept Bot is by copycatting what it does, and even then I still don't win 80% of the time. But what's interesting is that in casual match, as you can see, I've only ever won twice. You can actually choose how you want to play. For the randomized units that are added, you can choose if you want to play with fewer of them or more of them, and it's going to try to match you with someone with that same preference, or if you want to fight against more human opponents or more bot opponents. Because someone might feel more comfortable playing against a bot rather than a human, you can just say, oh, I really only want to play bots, don't really want to play against humans right now, or I don't want to play the AI, I want to play like a living, breathing person. We're going to jump into versus computer with basic bot on, just so I can show off how the matches differentiate themselves from the campaign levels. Let's see, normal 45. We'll go first, the basic bot play. So this is the online mode that you'll find. These are the randomized cards that are put in your deck. You're given 10 seconds to like analyze, like, wonder what these cards do. As you can see, there are some mechanics here that I did not see in the campaign yet. So you can toggle which ones you see with tab if you'd like to. I usually like to see both of them in this tab, like there. Grab our drones. So we have shredders. These are really nice blockers that you can click to gain 1, but they have frontline, which means they can be attacked directly regardless or not if you have blockers. Frostbite, it's a cute little hamster thing that gives chill. And then there are more specialized units that you're going to revolve your strategy around. I'm running out of time, so I gotta buy those. Like Apollo here, it has a build time of 2 turns, but you click it and it destroys an enemy unit with 3 or less health. Very powerful. So we're probably going to want to try to get that. And a good blocker on here is this Feral Warden. It has 3 fragile health. What makes that different to 3 normal health is that if this takes 2 damage, it stays at 1. And then if it loses that 1, it dies. We're gonna grab 2 more drones and turn. I found that's like the opening everyone does, you know, just you go 2 drones, 2 drones, 2 drones, and then usually what you want to build. Another 2 drones leaves me with 6. I think I want to get up to a Feral Warden, and I want Apollo. So I'm going to invest in a Blast Forge. The strat is going to focus on getting Apollo and then murdering his production. So with that 1 Blast Forge, we're going to invest in a Steel Splitter, and we're going to build up a Conduit. Now, the Conduit was not in the first episode of the campaign, and what the Conduit does is it gives you Gaussite. This is another resource in addition to gold that is stored at the end of your turn instead of just losing it. So he has 2 Gauss charges. These they sacrifice themselves at the start of the turn to gain 1 damage. Since there's only 2, I can actually just not attack with this and just eat it. We're going to build a Gauss Cannon, which will always attack, and build another Blast Forge. I need 3 to build Apollo. Okay, he's attacking with 2, going to block. He put up 2 defenses here. Now, if I attack with Steel Splitter, he's going to have to block with the Feral Warden, which is good, because that's going to leave it to 1. He could block 1 with the Engineer and the other 2 into the Rhino, but I doubt he's going to do that. So let's see. 1 more Blast Force to get us up to 3. Let's see, so I have 13, I'm going to get 23. I only need 13 to buy Apollo. So I can actually spend 10 right now. I can build another drone, 2 drones actually, and let's get barrier. Nah, the barrier has a lifespan of 1, which means it's gonna die after 1. Oh, and it's actually eating into my time. I did not notice. And let's grab a Gauss charge. Okay, I did put it all on the Feral Warden, which is what I wanted. Took out 1 of my drones, but that's fine. I can overrun the defenders with the Gauss charge and the Steel Splitter active, because that's going to destroy that, and those can't block right now. I want to buy Apollo, but he does have 4, which means he could kill it outright, and you only get 1 Apollo. So instead we're going to buy a Blast Forge, buy a wall, and another Gauss Cannon, and we're going to buy Apollo next turn. So I have one, we can remove the Feral Warden. They destroyed my wall. I don't have any way to build up my economy, but I can buy Apollo now. I have no way to defend it though, and with 6 total attack potential, it would not be smart to buy Apollo right now. Can't buy a Feral Warden because I don't have repliques. I can build more walls though. We need to focus on building up my economy again because I need to match him in attack. His Rhino can no longer attack either though, but he's built up quite a lot of attack right now. That's 8. I don't really have any way. This looks like a losing match actually. I think I did not think this out well enough, early enough. Because yeah, this is pretty much over. What makes the fragile units so good is that since you can just straight attack with them, you don't have to worry about losing out on defense at all. Another engineer. I don't have a choice. I can't afford anything else. He's killing my economy. You now have even less resources. And now you're struggling to like defend because you really can't. See, that's one gone. His economy's dwarfed mine. He's building more units. He killed off all of my drones, which means I can't buy anything. And that's a game over for me. That's a GG. It was quite one-sided. But that's usually how these goes because I'm really bad. And the AI is really good. Feels bad, man. Now, lastly, we're going to take a look at the in-game microtransactions. Like, what are they doing here? Why are they in my game? I'm not really a big fan of microtransactions, but they're doing something quite interesting with their own. So if you go into the Customize tab here, these are all the classic, basically, portraits for all the cards you can use. So as you can see, classic Colossus, classic what looks like Bastion, classic looks what's an elephant, classic it's a gorilla with a magnifying glass. But you can actually swap out what they look like. So for instance, the drones that I have them set to look like this Vile drone. This is a rare skin. They go up from rare to prismatic, which I have no idea like if they look better or not. I don't know like the quality difference. I know some of them actually are like they move, which is really nice, but it's like I don't know. You can actually sort by unit to see all the different skins they have. It looks like they actually have a lot for the drones, but on average they have like at least 5. So you can have the classic engineer, which is this basic robot, the NG engineer, which has like a big head, elf, gentleman, hand painted, ranchero, bilgewater, scenester, chevalier, and necromantic. See, this one has like a cool effect. It's a legendary collection prismatic, so I think all the prismatic ones are the ones with like super cool effects. You have different emotes actually. When you're in a game, you click on your portrait and you have access, well I do, to these basic emotes. You can unlock these ones further. You can customize how they look to the opponent. So the background of it, if you want plank, bricks, the tint of it, you can really make like one that looks like eye cancer to the opponent if you really wanted to. But like effects, text colors, it looks really odd with like stuff with like a drone in it, like a portrait. Because the background, that's fine. The tint, that's fine. The frame doesn't do anything, but the animation like ruins it a bit. And then the text color shades the thing itself. Badges, you can equip them. They don't do anything, you show off with them basically. Avatar, not much. And this is where you're going to basically unlock all those stuff. As you can see, you're going to drag these power cores here into that. Welcome! At the Armory, we develop new looks for your collection. Touch each collectible to examine it, then click Start Game when you're ready. So you can get good... This is a new emote, a Canadian drone skin, a sports fan doomed mech, a Rectang Mahar rectifier, it's a chibi skin, and a Tiger Shadowfang, a natural skin. Now this is kind of annoying, it's essentially gambling, basically, what it is. And as you can see, under each of these, they have a point value. In order to unlock that certain skin, you have to get enough points. So you're gonna flip 5 cards, let's flip them at random, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're really close to a bonus combination. Yes, so had I gotten 4 of these repliques, I would have gotten 325. Now, just because this is the first one, she's going to let me flip 2 more cards. So let's see if we can grab another repliques, or at least a 10. A 10 will let me get 20, a 5. We want to finish out one of these combos. That's a 3. That's a 3. Nice, you hit triple 3s. You're also really close to several larger combos. I only have 1 more free flip. Okay, let's see if we can get the red. And we did, and it's a red 10, which gives me the 20 bonus and the 325. So now with the total 453 power basically, you can choose which skins you want to unlock out of that token. So we're going to grab that one, that one, that one. I don't really care for the Canadian one. The Good Game Swarm Wielder. There's this Omnipower Core, I don't know what it does. I haven't unlocked one, I don't know how. You probably just have to buy it. But I have 4 more power cores, let's open those up. So 5 flips, this time I have a much larger pool to select from. Oh, see, that's an Austrian drone. Super cool Ice Blade Golem. The most expensive one is the Watchful Wall with the googly eyes. Let's see what we get. Just quickly at random. And basically nothing. So 15, that lets you get actually nothing. Okay, a phosphorescent isochronous. 5 infusions. Okay, flip 5. 31, I can get one of these equipable emotes. You're worse than a zero engineer and team a comment. And police spare my drone. See this one, that I can use them. Play again. A Blackhorn Rhino. See, that will match with the tiger one I got. Well, see, this is another drone with googly eyes. That one can also be nice. 33. Let's see, let's grab that infusion. Ooh, a Darkling Sinestra. That one's like nice. I like the colors on that. Oh, this is a hand-painted one. The other googly eyes. Okay, 5. Okay, we got a 20 and a... Oh, we didn't get the 60, but we did get a 20. So lets me get both of those. And we're done here. Don't have any more. The in-game shop is here. Goes up to 70 bucks for 11,500 shards. You can buy a bundle if you want to. They give you more power cores, they give you some stuff. All the way up to this $120 tier 1. I don't know why you need these kind of rewards. Maybe if you just really want, if you want a very specific like skin, but even then I'm not quite sure why. Now you can equip them like that, you just hit equip, and if you notice there was those infusions, these are how you unlock upgrade emotes, which sounds really odd because it kind of is. So you can infuse an emote like so. It's now level 1. What does it do? I don't know. Oh, here we go. I just had to mouse over. So the way you're going to unlock all these like extra customization options is you have to upgrade these emotes, which is done through these infusions, which you get by using those power cores. So let's keep upgrading this one. It's level 8, so now we can make it gray, blue, plank, rivets, paper. What about frames? Frames. Can't, oh wait, we got nod, but it goes all the way up to level 100. If you notice, you can buy more infusions using 229 shards, or you could just straight upgrade it to the max level using 1840 shards, which takes it straight to level 100. Not sure why that would interest you. It's probably going to interest some people. So anyways, this has been Hamas28 giving you a look at Prismata. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.